All right, good morning, guys. Melissa here. Let's talk pro-life. So I think I'm going to, in the morning, make sure I talk pro-life first, after my self-care stuff, after my exercise, because that's important, guys. It's important. And when we think of abortion, okay, that's not health care. When we think of self-care, let me get situated here. When we think of self-care, we think of healthcare in a sense with self-care. If you are doing a lot of self-care, you're usually going to be pretty healthy, right? You're exercising, you're eating right, you're doing what you should do. That is healthcare. Abortion is not healthcare. As a matter of fact, I saw a comment today that said, why do we hire a hitman, basically? And that is so true. Think about this if you removed Planned Parenthood. Let's think about this. If it wasn't in a organization, and I think most people do not know how businesses run or nonprofits or organizations. A lot of stuff is hidden because we grew up in a generation that taught us to trust authority, right? And somebody had just said something to me about how people, you try to help some people, but they have a problem with authority. And I'm thinking, yeah, definitely. And you should have a problem with some authority, right? So as we watched Little House on the Prairie last night, there was this priest on there. And back in the day, a priest, you didn't always argue with a priest, right? You just didn't. And I said to my son, poor Martin Luther, can you imagine during the Reformation him arguing with a priest? I cannot. So back in the day, you didn't argue with people, right? So take the white coat off, and it's just a person. That's all it is a broken man, usually, who is doing abortions. For some reason, he has chased money. The abortion doctor here that I emailed, because he still does counseling, I haven't heard from him. I don't know why. It says that you can call or email. Maybe I'll, give him a call. But it's just a broken man. It's just a man who, he one, probably usually doesn't know God, right? Because thou shalt not kill is a commandment. Two, he's looking to validate himself with success, or he's under pressure from other doctors. There's a status in that, and he's using you is what he's doing.